Hello and welcome, Cosmic Explorers. Welcome to another live edition of Cosmic Insight. I am your co-creator, Hillis, Pugh, along with
Rebecka, Gregory here with our I got a new bubble machine, as you can see, everyone. They're a little intense here, so we thought bring a little bubble magic into the world today.
yeah. And so today is going to be particularly interesting because we are, as usual, real, honest with what's going on. And so I guess before we get into the after show, because yesterday we had an amazing experience, not interview, but experience with the man himself, Mr. Neale Donald Walsch. The interview will be available tomorrow for everyone to watch, to listen to. And I'm super excited about it because it's going to shed a whole new light on the concepts we've been thinking of, but thinking about in the world and society of humanity. But before we get into that, Rebecka, do you want to go ahead and start with
What's transitioning with us?
Yeah, the transition we're going through.
Do what?
The transitions we are in.
So Hillis and I just had a ball dropped on us the other day. That's actually, it was right before our show that we did the other evening, where we were with Real Revolution Radio and decided he's not going to be broadcasting anymore. So we are no longer on Real Revolution Radio. So we are going to move on here to the Collective Super Channel under Spiritually Raw and all the beautiful people that are on this channel as we explore and grow and move with this current energy that's happening. So, we just kind of just had to flex with it and flow with it. And once again, I'm saying that's what the world's like right now. Like I was thinking the other day, there's no room to be stagnant anymore. And you really have to not have expectations of what life is going to throw at you, because right now, so much is being thrown at us that you just have to, it's forcing us to go with the flow. So this is where Hillis and I are. We wanted to be honest with you guys. We thank everyone out there that's been listening to us, and we're really reaching out from our hearts, to let us know what you want to hear. Let us know what kind of shows you want, if you'd like to come on the show. And we are here for you. That's why we sit here and do what we do, so we can share our hearts with you and be authentic and be real and help you navigate through what's going on in the world. And, but we also are reaching out to you to assist us, so we know what information that you would like to receive, so we can work together to co-create this new world. So that's where Hillis and I are. We're kind of in this transition period. And so we wanted to be honest and real with you and let you know what's going on. How do you feel about everything, Hillis?
I feel good,
first.
Yeah, I know. Before I go into how I felt, first I want to let everyone know who's watching. Please be sure to click on the link in the description to where you guys can subscribe to our new YouTube channel, The Cosmic Insights, where you guys can follow us and see all past and upcoming shows. And hi, Lorraine from Maryland. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for adding that in, Hillis, because I forgot that part.
No, that's what we're here. That's what we dwell together.
Between the two of us.
So, but yeah.
Oh, but guess what? We are in the years 2021, not 2020.
Yes.
As I put on our Instagram post yesterday for tomorrow. So I must have been in another timeline when I did that last night. So it is tomorrow.
Yeah, it is tomorrow. But yeah, but it's oddly enough that when we did the show and we got that announcement from our producer informing us of the transformation of what's going ahead, the show was all about triggers. And so, yeah, I was triggered in that moment. And so it's the universe sending me a grand lesson of what triggers you and how to move through it and how to navigate it. And with each trigger, each instant, I allow myself to feel it and move through it quicker and quicker every time. So I'm not in that space of holding it. And so it's really connecting with the message, connecting with the information that's coming through, to understand like, okay, yeah, I've been triggered. I understand why I've been triggered. Okay, now time to move on, time to let it go.
Awesome.
Yeah. And speaking of letting go,
what do I need to let go of?
Nothing. We're moving on. Next topic.
Oh, cruising on, moving on. Yes, this is going to be a short broadcast. So what are we moving on to?
We're moving on to the after show. The
after show. Well, actually, it's the pre-show because nobody's seen the show yet. But the after show for us. So maybe that's why I put 2020 and 2021, because we're like going in this in and out after, before, after kind of thing.
Yes. Yeah, so it's the pre-show before the after show, or the pre-show before the show.
There you go.
And so because we had our interview with Neale yesterday, like I mentioned, it would be available to watch tomorrow.
And that will be on that will be on Real Revolution, right? And
yeah, it'll be everywhere tomorrow.
Everywhere tomorrow.
Yeah, it'll be everywhere tomorrow. YouTube, Facebook, wherever. But as I was watching, when the interview was done, there were so many gems that Neale dropped in the interview that he expressed so eloquently. But the one that really stuck with me personally as I went to bed and upon waking up this morning, it really hit home because he mentioned, how we pray to God and how we connect to God. And so I asked him, so I forgot what the question was exactly, but it was something to the effect of having to pray or having to commune or having to connect with God. I said, do we pray? Do we meditate? What do we do? He said, you can do all of those things, but what's most important is how we command. And what came up in when I woke up this morning, I'm like, yeah, just kind of imagine God as Santa Claus, and you're on his lap telling him what you want. And that is what stuck with me. And so as I share these thoughts of really understanding, because we, as a society, have been so conditioned to believe, to ask God for what we want, ask the universe for what we want, ask. And yes, we've been conditioned to say ask and it is given. Yes, I've believed that, and I have believed that. And so ask it is given. It is part of one of the pillars of one of the things that I teach in the law of vibration. Ask and it is given. But, upon talking to Neale yesterday, when he said, yes, when you command God, when you tell God, and I'm like, yeah, it kind of makes sense now,
Well, when you say that, Hillis, and I was just kind of listening to your conversation, and just listening to Neale yesterday and all the beautiful information that he shared around this subject and many more, what comes to me, it's like, personally, that word command to me, I always struggled with, because for me, I guess I'm not claiming my sovereignty in who I was and being in that space to command that. To me, command, I equate it with being an ego.
Yes. And glad that you brought that up. Go ahead.
Yeah. And I was saying, and that was always a struggle with me, because I'm like, how can I command that I'm being an ego and blah, 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 blah. So I always have this like internal like dialogue going back in between the two energies. And I just realized yesterday, so I'm so grateful, for yesterday. And then I've been doing this more and more as I look at the command key on my computer. It's it's about the energy of, the command is when you command and be in that space, you are in that moment in the divinity of who you truly are.
Yes.
And it's not about ego.
No.
It's about standing in your truth and in the divinity of the God inside you.
Yes. I love that. And
that's what I felt with that. So I just wanted to share that for everyone out there.
I love that. And just I'm going to add to that, just, take a step back, because what he said and how it was mention this because of how, and when we step into the energy of asking, when we ask, we have to feel deserving of God's time or feel deserving or worthy enough to ask for what we want. And if we don't feel worthy enough to ask, how can we summon the confidence and courage to ask for what we want if we don't feel worthy enough to do so? And so I like how he broke that down in its essence, in its totality, and not just talking about, in the societal means or humanity, but talking about it in religion and in theology, and how that is kind of the basis, and how he said, it's right there in the Lord's Prayer, as he mentioned, give us the daily bread. Give, not asking, but telling. And so it's in that, it's like, yeah, you have to ask. You're not asked. Well.
And that's such a, talk about, people and their belief systems and where we are. I mean, as a society, not even about religion or, talking to God per se, but to just bring it down to the physical world that we're in. We are conditioned, most of us, to be terrified to ask what we truly desire. We always got to skirt around it. So that command comes in. It's just such a different energy that gets us down once again to the truth of us, even walking through life when you're interacting with people. Like, don't be afraid to say, this is what I truly desire, but I'm afraid to ask. And instead, think of a question right now and just, and think about asking. And they'll be like, no, I command this because this is what I desire from my heart. And it's such a different, powerful, and it's not being powerful. It's like you are standing in your truth and you're aligned to who you are. And everyone out there is deserving and worthy to be in that space and walk through that space every single day of their life and not let anyone shut them down for expressing what you desire in this world.
Yes, I absolutely love that. And just another metaphor, another analogy, just to make it a bit more simple for everyone. Because, going to Baptist church, going to a Catholic church in school, you are always taught that we are the lamb, we are the children, we are the sheep of God. We are his children, right? So, in essence, if we are God's children, right? God has this, what's the word I'm looking for? Has, lack of a better term, because I can't think right now of the word I want to use, but God has the obligation to care for his children. So how can God care for his children if you do not express or tell God what it is that you want? So we have to release the mindset of asking and feeling worthy enough to ask, because you are already, in essence, already worthy. And so since when we move into that process of already feeling worthy enough, or just feeling worthy, period, that we tell, we communicate, we command. It's like a genie in the bottle. You tell a genie what you want and the wishes come true. So it's almost the same way. So just think of God as Santa Claus or as a parent. Tell God what you want and be truthful about what you want. Stand in the power of what it is that you're telling, because only that will raise the vibrational frequency of yourself, of your soul, of your being, to allow for what you desire, your heart's desire, to truly manifest in its totality.
And that's what it's all about. You just said it. The true desire of your heart's, or however you said it, your heart's desire. And that is the key right there, to follow your heart. Because when we don't follow our heart and we just ask, we're getting that energy of wishy-washy and not being truthful with someone because you're afraid you're going to hurt their feelings, or, you're going to upset them, and stand in that space, then we continuously are always on a kind of a hamster wheel of
Or
always
disempower ourselves.
huh?
Or disempower ourselves.
Yeah, we disempower ourselves and we keep ourselves on a continual loop of chasing ourselves and never getting off the wheel to stand in ourselves because we're never satisfying our soul.
Yeah. And it goes even one step further, in this, as we put it, this hamster wheel, or some people will call a cycle of depression.
Yes.
And not dealing with the shadow work and not dealing with that energy and not, it's like, well, I'm not worthy enough, or I don't deserve this. I don't, this isn't meant for me. I can't have this. It's like you disempower yourself. You lower your own frequency. You don't feel like you are deserving of anything because you're in that space. And now it's like, okay, now what do I do? And so then, I'm happy that I'm here to be of service because, when people are in their space, they come seek people like you and I to help raise their vibration. And so I'm glad that I'm able to do that for other people to help them find their way and path.
Oh, yes. And, the one advice that, the one thing that comes to me as you're saying that, the biggest thing is stop looking at the outside. What?
Stop.
Stop looking at the outside world for your answers and for your path and for your passion, because everything is within you. And that is the key to let go of everything.
Yeah, it is.
It's to not look on the outside, but come in and see what's really going on. Because that's when you clear everything out. The outside is just reminding you of what you're not looking at in the inside. So just remember that when somebody triggers you or like things are going on or like, it's like, okay, what am I not seeing here? I got it, and reel it in, fish it in.
Yeah, exactly. And, I don't want to give too much away, but you guys just have to tune in to the interview that's going to drop tomorrow on YouTube and on our channel. So please be sure to subscribe below by the link in the description. You can also watch it on the Super Channel. You can watch it on my Facebook or wherever you're seeing this. Is where
Not my Facebook because I cut off Facebook.
Wherever you watch.
Oh, I think Hillis froze. Are you there, Hillis? Are you back?
I'm back. Whatever happened?
Who knows? Spirit came in. Who knows?
Yeah, exactly. So I want to talk to Sandy real quick. Sandy.
I can't see anybody.
So if you go to the right-hand side all the way at the top, just click on the comments.
Oh, there they are. Oh my God, amazing. Hi, everyone.
Yeah. So Sandy, I just want to understand where you are, because you say that I'm really trying to work on this. Is it the aspect of you wanting to feel worthy, or is it the fact of you telling someone what you want, or standing in your truth of power? Can you be a little bit more specific? Because I would like to give you a little bit of advice in which direction to move into.
Hello, Sandy.
And so, and thank you, Angelique, for subscribing to our channel. I think you were the first one because I just started it today. So
welcome. Who knows what's going to happen?
Yeah, who knows what's going to happen?
We're on a whole new journey here, Hillis.
Yeah, we are. I mean, and so as we move through this transition, we are really allowing for opportunities, soul energy to guide us as we look, for other distribution channels that we are looking into right now, other than just YouTube and other social media platforms. So if anyone knows of anyone who has a distribution channel for shows like us, we'll be more than welcome to look into those.
Yes.
So yeah,
just going with the flow.
Yeah. So
it's all about, isn't it?
It is. It really is. Thank you, Angelique. And so, Sandy, we're just waiting for you to make a little comment so we can offer any advice to guide you on your path, because this is what we love to do. This is who we are. Just two people, two souls doing what they do.
Oh, here we go.
Yep.
Sandy answered.
Okay, go ahead if you want to read it.
Oh, it says, Sandy said, hi, I'm trying to care about me more and stop worrying about what other people think. Yes, 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 Sandy. Go, girl. I know it's very hard to do that. However, yeah, when you can stay in that space and just, one thing that's always helped me along my path of this helps you, and see if it resonates. And I'm all about whatever information is, just see if it resonates with you, because everybody has their own point of view. So one thing that has really helped me with that is I always ask myself, is this honoring me? So whatever comes, the people that come into your world, are they honoring me? And that's the way to kind of look at, and take and track yourself and take note. No, this isn't honoring me in this moment or in this time, or this person is not honoring me, or I'm not honoring myself by allowing this toxicity to come into my world. How do I need to shift this so I am honoring me? And then work and just kind of, it's like a balancing act. You got to try, give something give a new reaction or something a little try. If that doesn't work, then regroup, and that's the best thing to do. But it's all about always asking that question. Is this honor me?
Oh, wow. My condolences to you, Sandy.
Yes.
For sure. So I definitely have a understanding of where you are. A few years back, both my mom and aunt passed away 3 months apart from each other. So I understand where you are in that emotional space. So my advice to you, my guidance to you, as I tune in, and you know what, I'm going to make a quick thing. So if anyone who's watching is on Clubhouse, I'm going to return to Clubhouse very soon.
Oh, we are?
No, I am. You don't have to.
That thing takes my phone over every time.
And doing private sessions and groups on there with psychic readings and things. But anyway, my condolences to you too, Angelique.
Sandy, you said I've learned who matters. Is that, can you expand on that a little bit? It's that you found yourself within that, or is there some, I'm not reading that correctly. Would you be able to expand on that? If you like to, you don't have to.
And as you go in,
Angelique's mother passed as well. Angelique, I send my heart out to you for everybody whose family members have transitioned here.
Yes. And as I am a little bit sensitive, this is what happens when transformation and energies just move forward. Sandy, as I tune in, as I connect to your energy, and forgive me if it feels a bit intrusive, but I'm guided to share with you that as you move through this time of transition, of really understanding yourself and really understanding where you are, and understanding, who matters and what's most important, the energy of self is how you honor that. Understanding, in the time of self, understanding that when you have time alone, whether if it's quiet time or you're out with your girlfriends or meditating or whatever it is that make you feel special, because that's what I'm being guided to share with you, is that create moments that make you feel special, create moments for yourself that make you feel loved. And then of course, that is going to alleviate some of the toxic people around you, and really get an idea of who Sandy is now, because your whole life has changed, your whole world has changed. And so now it's okay to take a step back and live, and not necessarily live, but to take a step back and process the grief, process the sadness, process whatever needs to be processed. As you process this energy, you'll be able to get a better idea of who Sandy is, and let that go, and honor you in the process, and create those special moments for yourself.
Yeah, and she said friends and family have let me down. So I can relate to that, not from a passing, but from friends and family letting you down. And sometimes it's hard to see, but sometimes it is part of our growth when we are let down by the ones we think we love, so we can find ourselves. I'm feeling right now, Hillis, I know we're going to make this a short thing, but I'm getting like my shoulders about to like explode right now, because I'm just feeling like just all this heaviness and all this worry coming in from everyone. That I'm just feeling I need to clear it right now. So I'm just
go ahead.
For nobody who's listened before, I do this little sound thing. So I just want to clear the energy. So Sandy, Angelique, everybody who's listening now or later, real quick, I'm just going to do very quickly. Just everybody take a deep breath. Breathe through the nose. And just release. I'm just going to move the energy now, spiraling down. Feel it in your shoulders right now if you're feeling that. And I'm just going to move that energy real quick and just kind of align everyone. Really breathe in your shoulders right now and just feel that energy and just allow it to just melt away off your body. And just shake your body out. And just take another deep breath in. Put your hand on your heart and hand on your stomach. Just bring yourself back home to you. A place, and align yourself to the divinity of who you are. And that nothing else worries. Nothing else to worry about but you. Okay. I feel better now. I hope everybody else does too.
And Sandy, yes, I understand that you talk about having a grandchild. I understand where you are because, as my grandmother comes to my mind, she was definitely one of the hands who raised me growing up as a rambunctious child. And so wherever the moments are, and it doesn't have to be a lengthy amount of time. It could be just 2 minutes, 5 minutes, or even right before you go to bed. Those moments are priceless. And so just to allow the energy of love to come in to surround you and lift you up and guide you on your way, on your path to honor who you really are now.
And thank you, Angelique, for that. And Sandy, I want to add one more thing. You got grandbabies. So, they can work on your path too. So also find fun projects that help you get into yourself, like painting and drawing, and allowing your inner child to come out and play with your grandbabies can be a great way to allow yourself to heal and also have fun and spend time with your grandbabies as well.
Yes.
And allow them to explore who they are.
Yes.
Okay. And I thank everyone today. Do we have anything else?
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in, and be sure to subscribe by clicking on the link below. And wherever you're watching this now, you'll be able to watch the experience of Neale Donald Walsch tomorrow. I look forward to connecting with all you cosmic explorers yet again. And until next time, I love and appreciate every single one of you.
Mwah. Love y'all. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Till next time.
Till next time. Go out and explore.